So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. So we're very much on the way now. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player he actually is. When it comes to balancing attack and defence, I'm not sure there's ever been anyone better.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And that was asking for too much. Roberto Carlos. And it's Vieira. Mateus. Vieira. Now it's Hunt. Now it's Tonali. He's being urged to shoot. And a play for a throw. Now it's Messi. Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Hullet. It's not an... Oh no, what has happened here? That's going wide left. David Villa receives it in a good position here.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Silvestre is one whose deliveries we all know about. Spread out to the left. Silvestre made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Hullet, and he's there to get it away. Good-looking ball. Just about within shooting range. David Villa. Kola. Carvajal. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well read, nice interception. Mateus. It's a searching pass. Silvestre, and it's Tonali. And no, that was never going to make it. Mateus, looking to pass their way up the pitch. And this is Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Hullet. He won't be happy with that one. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these...
He's rising! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Hullet is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Somewhat off target. And it's Romario. Neymar. Can he get it through? Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. He's having a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Mateus really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And this is Paulette. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And the pass is intercepted. Neymar. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's been intercepted. Mateus is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And it's Messi. Now it's Villa. Davids is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Pull it. Now it's Tonali. Great defending, strong and determined. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
So let's get the ball rolling.
Inter clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Looking for the run. Now it's Neymar. Neymar stood his ground strongly. Lovely bit of skill. Well, that is a good challenge from him. Corner number 2 then. And he's there to clear it. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Silvesh has ended up in no man's land. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Tonali conjures time and space where few can. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Edmilson. That is good alertness. Messi. And it's Messi. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Oh, such a clever touch. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Marquinhos cuts out the pass. Davids, not the most accurate pass.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Roberto Carlos flings in across. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Nicely shaped ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And this is Messi. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Davids. Now it's Villa. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tonali. Now it's Hullet. And he's intervened well there. Messi. Well, they could break here. Tonali. Edmilson. Now it's Hullet. And Inter now could counter-attack. Tonali. And here's Messi. Played out to the left flank. Takes aim and crosses. Messi. Marquinhos. Into the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Messi. That is not got there. He's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end there.
Silvesh. Succumbs to the pressure. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Messi. Silvesh.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal.
Well read, and the danger is averted. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Out for a throw.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 19, Silvestre. Numero 17, numero 13.
And it's Zanetti.
Numero 8.
Oh, good read.
Numero
That's
20.
great positioning, so
Messi.
good from him.
lasciano il campo per
Just
il
5
numero
minutes left.
24 e il numero 2.
Via. Roberto Carlos!
Schneider,
Oh,
il
that
numero
was a
23,
brilliant
il numero
save.
10.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Attenzione, un cambio.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. He leaps for it. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Well, would you believe that? Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Of course, there's a question mark over the keeper on his near post there, but it was such a clever finish to spot the gap and find it.
Numero 17,
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So the first goal of the game. Schneider. The message is clear, none shall pass. Zanetti. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Searching pass he's played there. Nicely intercepted.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by...
And time is up. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, for me, Jim, this one was always going to be about just one man. Always has been, always will be.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, a guy seemingly unbound by normal human limits.
Nothing is impossible, or perhaps it should be impossible as nothing.
Great chance! And that's gone route one. Ronaldinho. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Lizarazu can get it clear. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Opts to play it back, and it's made its way to him. Carvajal attempts a clearance. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And it's Ronaldinho. It's a really well-measured ball. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Corner number 2 then. And he gets rid in a hurry. Inter Milan looking to go forward now. That has not gone well. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Sola, looking for the run, takes a shot! It's in! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
So, a breakthrough already. Pull it.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
What a throw in. Gilberto Silva. Adams cuts it out. Now it's Ronaldinho. And there's green grass ahead of him. Pullet going after that. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Zola has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Robertson got a long way forward to join the attack. Strokes it back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Nicely spread.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's gone backward here. Well read. And the danger is averted. He's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Hullet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic has been caught there, it's a foul. Ronaldinho, out towards the flank. And that's aimed into the middle. Koller. Izarazu. Hullet is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Tonali. And they win it back again. Zola. Now, can they get him away? Ibrahimovic looking understandably energised after his goal. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Inter certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Now it's Hullet, and he's lost his man here. Chance for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. They have come roaring back.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome...
shooting chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. This possibly the last play of the half. Oh, well played, well played. That's put paid to the danger. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. Second period then underway. Zola. Zola going face-to-face with his great rival. Rijkaard. Gets a good foot in there. Zola. Goes for the shot! Zola! Sheer football poetry!
I As responses to a half-time team talk go, that tops the lot. Of course, it enhances his reputation, and it has to give this team a surge of belief, surely.
What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Lovely feet. And here's Dembele. It's Dembele! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Dembele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That has been knocked clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Rijkaard. And it's Ronaldinho. Well, that looks a decent ball. There's the delivery. And it's hoisted clear. Goes for a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that's another fine save. They're up to 5 corners now.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Zanetti, Carvajal does well to get it back. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. And he welcomes it in. And it's Hullet. Howson spots it and intercepts. And he's in on goal. He's found the way. Decent chance! And it's come back out to him. No, just not quite. Carvajal. And he welcomes it in. He's cut it out.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Izarazu is one whose deliveries we all know about. Oh, super find. Collar receives it in a wide position. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Looking for options for movement. Can he finish? Well taken goal. Again, we are level. What a contest!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Not a manager, I think. It's all happening.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Inter Milan drag themselves back again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Shot a goal! Goal! Inter! And the comeback is complete. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 18. Camisa 11.
So we have movement on both benches.
Camisa 80.
Inter Milan have their lead.
Ronaldinho.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Camisa 13.
Cleared away.
Camisa 21.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Substituição em andamento.
In the city! And that is quite wonderful! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Inter Milan now in a position far more desirable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Silvestre. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. And here's En-Nesyri. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Inter Milan have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's Neymar! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Minutos de acréscimo.
And it's Zanetti. Well read, nice interception. Gilberto Silva. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And he is going into that little black book. Zanetti. And here's Vieri. Now it's Neymar. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Inter Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. So straight into the action.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But
here's a chance! Has to go back here. Now that looks a decent ball. Yeah, and they can counter here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Pele. And Carvajal. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Messi. That is good alertness. Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
he read that really well and stopped it.
Looks to the other side. It's a pretty loose pass. Pullet tries to pass it through. Marcelo picks it up out wide. And the keeper gets his hands on it. And it's hoisted clear. Now he's got space here. It's Pele! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Messi. Pele. Inter Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Pele. Cruyff, looking for the run. Messi gets into a good position. Terrific effort! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Edmilson. Schneider. Collier. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Cruyff. And here's Messi. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Decent chance! Schneider. Pele. And it's Messi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Carvajal. Marin. Oh, what a mistake! Pullet. Lizarazu. Pele. Lizarazu getting forward. There's a sharp little ball here. Messi! And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Schneider. Well, he's looking to get away, but the defending is persistent, adhesive. Pull it. And it's Cruyff. Cafu. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pull it. Lovely pass. It's Dembele! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Dembele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. And that could set him on his way. And he's lost his man here. And it's been given away. Cruyff. And it's half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So the action resumes. So neither side has yet broken through. Now it's Schneider. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Carvajal, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's Marcelo. Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Messi is onto it in a flash. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Pelé. Now it's Messi. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's clever. And he's in on goal. Dembele! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Cruyff. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now, what about a counter-attack? He's found a way through. And the shot! And it's come back out to him. Well taken goal. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Inter Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Now it's Messi. Messi. Can he spark a counter here?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has...
He's having a hit! That is decidedly lacking.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Lizarazu is always looking to play quality balls. Now it's Pelé, and it's Messi. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Carvajal, and he's being shifted off it. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
This is the time you need that pace.
Dembele in acres of space out wide. That Pass has been well intercepted.
Palmeiras really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Out towards the flank. Oh, some tackle that. And here's Messi. And this is Pele. Cafu, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
That's been cut out, well played.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Played through for him. It's come to nothing. Can he get on the end of this? And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 21, numero 20, Messi.
1-0 as we head towards the
numero
end.
6, Schneider. Numero
Rafinha.
11.
This is a promising
Lascia il
build-up.
campo per il numero 7.
Can he
il
get it
numero
through?
8, il numero 23.
Rafinha is
il
on to
numero
this.
2, Javier Zanetti. Il numero 22, Gilberto Silva. Cambio di giocatori.
Lizarazu. Mbappe is herring after that one. And he's had it nicked away. Gullit into Milan, moments now away from seeing this one out.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Inter Milan, with the clock ticking away, have a chance to change the whole picture. This further to improve their cause. And Cech pulls off a sensational save. Now it's Aubameyang.
Il quarto
Nothing
uomo
wrong with
indica
that
2
tackle,
minuti di
all won
recupero.
cleanly. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, nicely intercepted. Stojkovic. And that's it. Inter Milan have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim? Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. There is the unmistakable figure of John O'Shea, one of the first names on the team sheet, always, Jim.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be a little biased here because he's from my hometown, but he's about as versatile and dependable as they come.
The ultimate unsung hero. And they've got a throw. Now it's Hullet. Koller touches it back. Grimaldo in acres of space out wide. And a header!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Adriano. Carvajal. And it's Carvajal. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Nesta. Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, that's a key interception. João Cancelo is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Looks to the other side. Neither side yet able to find the net. Swung over. Ronaldo. Tries to pass it through. Alex Grimaldo delivers. Varane tries to clear and reclaimed it in a trice. Koller is onto it. He's had a shot!
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Thuram is there and he can get that clear. Eintracht Frankfurt have the chance to go the other way. And he cuts out the supply.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Ryerson. And it's Ed Nielsen. Carvajal has the space to skip. Towering header! And he gets rid in a hurry. Messi.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Tonali conjures time and space where few can. That is good alertness. Now it's Messi. Now it's Ibrahimovic. João Cancelo. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Ryerson. João Cancelo. And it's Tonali. Carvajal. And it's Ed Nielsen. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, good effort! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Del Piero is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. He's looking wide. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Ronaldo. He's picked his way through. Can he finish? It's loose, and there's a race for the... Oh, what has happened here? Played back in. Getting up there! What a wonderful goal!
Surprise, surprise. Look who turns up to give his side the ultimate lift before the break. Now we can look forward to a whole different game in this second half.
Certain, searing, and imperious.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and led it perfectly.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Inter Milan leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Grimaldo. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
I think the scoreline probably is a fair reflection of the first half. If there is perhaps one criticism I can make, it would be the wastefulness in front of goal. You really ought to be putting those chances away. They have to make up for that.
Inter Milan leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
The second period is underway.
Inter definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Del Piero. That's going wide left. Some resolute defending there. Maldini. João Cancelo. Threads one in. Adriano. Koller is onto it in a flash. And it's Grimaldo. And he's gone searching crossfield. Aims beyond the defence. He slings it in. Balls over the line, and it is a corner. Inter Milan have their second corner now. That's good play. Now the delivery. Del Piero. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Messi. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.953 spettatori.
Ball in towards the middle.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Koller absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties. Eintracht Frankfurt really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And it's Messi. Messi. Ryerson does really well to win the ball there.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 13, numero 8. Lasciano il campo per il numero 27, il numero 23. Cambio di giocatori.
And he's in on goal. It's a threatening ball. Now, can they get him away? Quality ball. What a delightful ball. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Varane clears it away. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And it's Cancelo.
Inter clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Strong running down that left flank. Bale. Ibrahimovic. Tries to play it through. Spread to the right. Oh, it's played into the area. Collar is herring after that one. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Looking for options for movement. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
It's rising! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better. Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 10.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Searching pass he's played there. The referee's awarded a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Mbappe is behind this one. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. This looks promising.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Rafael Varane. Best. Adriano. Spread it left. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance.
Dá-me play podre.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. So straight into the action.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
Saliba calmly anticipates. Now he's had it taken off him. Silvestre. Now it's Rivaldo. João Cancelo. And it's Cancelo. And Inter now could counter-attack. Looking to play him in. Odo. Guardiola. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Rooney providing an outlet on that flank. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Parece cachorro no seu.
Carvajal, searching pass he's played there. João Cancelo is in a really good position out wide. Good read, needed to be. It's a pretty loose pass. Maldini. Oh, it's Batistuta. And this is Rivaldo. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. The pass has gone astray. Over to the other side. Well timed, excellent interception. Aimed beyond the defence. He has found the way through. And that's aimed into the middle. Khan claims it without any fuss. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Not the most accurate pass. Tonali can so cleverly bypass the press.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Carvajal made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. The ball goes in. Inter Milan, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Silvestre venturing down the left. It's a sweeping cross. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Corinthians clearly are looking formidable down that left-hand side, the current supply route. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Looking for options for movement. Ryerson wins the duel this time. That has not gone well. And here's Messi. He's found the way through. Cross in, looks like a good one. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you can see his annoyance.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Rivaldo gathers from the goal kick. That has been cut short. That's going wide left. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Bullet is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Oh, that's a great run he's made from deep. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's onside. Terrific effort. Goal, Inter! Kick that one out. It was a bullet.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and
Ha
led
segnato
it
al
perfectly.
40° minuto, numero 30.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Inter Milan leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score.
Inter have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Silvestre is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Tala. Oh, that was vital. Batistuta has given away a free kick.
Ci sarà un minuto di
It's a
recupero.
good ball out wide. It's gone for a throw-in. And it's Tonali. João Cancelo in acres of space out wide. Nice interception, well timed. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Inter Milan go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Inter Milan with the game's only breakthrough.
Attenzione, una
It's 1-0.
sostituzione.
So right back into the action. Inter Milan currently ahead by the smallest of margins. And that is headed for them. It's rising! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Lovely feet. Otto did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. Bullet. Tonali, nicely spread. Onuachu.
Salve mano, passei pra deixar o like.
It's made its way to him. Doku. And the finish!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now he's off and running. Ryerson. He's a sharp little ball here. Silvestre. Played out to the left flank. Inter Milan are still that goal to the good. Edmilson always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Carvajal wriggles his way through. That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Drogba. Played out towards the right wing.
There they go, hunting again.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.314
Well
spettatori.
seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Knocks it into space. He's got away. Lee Kang in, and it's played in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And hit! And yes, it's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 30, numero 8, numero 10, numero 15, numero 17.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Inter Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
DiMarco. Chooses to go cross-field. Zanetti. Dumfries. Great vision. It's a promising position. Zanetti. Can he spark a counter here? Zico going forward. That's Drogba. Chance! And it's come back out to him. And that's a tiny finish. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Just 1 in it now.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now.
And the shot! Goal! Corinthians are back in business. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Now it's Girassi. Rijkaard gets a foot in here. Now it's Dani Olmo.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And he's managed to get free.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Tonali.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Tries to play it through. That looks a cracking ball. Collar chasing after it. Oh, that's well spotted. Silvestre. Good ball, good take. Drogba. And the shot! And it's incredible! Just incredible! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability.
And that is as far as it goes. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead. And ultimately, they lost the game. You look back on the game then, Jim.
Inter never quite got to...